this carbon, only one bond has been formed. 3 are remaining. That will be occupied by hydrogen, right? So here it will be CH3. Okay, now when you mention carbon, fine. Let me draw the structure again for you. So this was your structure. Now count. Now you have to apply the basic understanding which we have read up to now, that line endings represent carbon, right? Is there any problem? No. We know vertex also represent carbon. Okay, no matter that we have oxygen here, but our basic rule will remain the same. So how many carbons are there? There are 6 carbons. Similarly, if I make any group just like this, any compound just like this, now I tell you to calculate the number of carbons here. So you know that at the endings carbon will be found. So I will find a carbon here. Will I find a carbon here also? Tell me. No. Why? Because chlorine has been mentioned already, right? If chlorine was not written there, then we will assume that carbon can be here. But if chlorine is already written, if something is already written, that means carbon is not here. So here carbon is not present. We know that at the endings carbon is found. So these are the vertex, or you can say V-shaped structure. So here carbons will be found. Now one thing, that this piece, we know that triple bond is made in straight line. Therefore these will be your carbons. So how many carbons are there? There are in total 13 carbons. Now if I ask you whether this compound is saturated or unsaturated, you know that there is one triple bond, therefore this compound is unsaturated, right? Now up to now we have understood that how we will find the carbons, right? Now I would like to convert the bond lines into the notation of carbon and hydrogen. Fine. Suppose I gave you a structure. Now I tell you to convert this into the carbon and hydrogen form. So how will you do this? So first of all, you will identify the carbon at their places. This is carbon, 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 and this is carbon. Okay, you have pointed out the carbons here. Now you have to tell me that how many hydrogens will be there. So for this, first of all, I am going to explain you this step by step. Then you will understand that how shortly and in how much less time you can do this. So this will be, okay, fine. This will be your chain. You know that at this position means at third from this side there is double bond O. So you can write this. We know that carbon forms 4 bonds. So here in this carbon, 1 bond is already there, that is this bond I am highlighting, means 3 bonds are remaining. And if something is not mentioned, means there is hydrogen bonding with the carbon. So there must be 3 hydrogen there. Therefore I can write that it is H3C, right? Or you can say CH3. Now in this carbon, how many bonds are there? 1, this is bond, second, this is bond. How many bonds are remaining? That is 2 bonds, because in total it should form 4 bonds. So how many hydrogens are attached here? That is H2C. Okay, fine. Now the next carbon, that is this carbon, you know already 2 bonds have been formed. So how many bonds of hydrogen are remaining? 2 are formed and 2 are remaining. So hydrogen will be there. Now for this carbon, how many bonds have already been formed? 1 bond, 2 bond, 3rd bond and 4th bond. Is this carbon need of any hydrogen? No, because all the 4 bonds have been completed. Fine, so there will be no hydrogen here. Now, next, in this carbon, 2 bonds have already been formed. This one and this one, which I am highlighting for you. Actually, the thing is this, I am highlighting this to explain you. But in your copy or when you are writing it officially, you don't need to do overwriting on the bonds, right? Just make it in a single stroke. Either you use a scale or whatever, but make it just like this. Don't do it like this, because it can result in the deduction of your marks if you are writing something in your examination copies in your classes. Okay, so remember this thing. Now in this carbon, 2 bonds have been formed, 2 are remaining, so 2 hydrogen will be there. Okay, so can I write it as CH2? Okay, you will be fine with that. Now in this carbon, only one bond has been formed. 3 are remaining. That will be occupied by hydrogen, right? So here it will be CH3. Okay, now when you mention carbon and hydrogen, you don't have to do this zigzag, right? What you do, you just write it in a single stroke. So I will write CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. I will just write this. Fine, I hope you understood this. Now, the second example I will give you. Suppose you are having a compound that is okay. Now, I want you to write this bond line structure into this simple formula. I just want you to write this. First of all, I would like you to pause the screen and write this thing by yourself. I'll be so happy if you do. Okay? Right? Now let me explain you. So here we know that at the V's or at the vertices, carbons are present. So here carbon will be there, here carbon will be there, here carbon will be there, here it will be carbon, this one also carbon, this one also, this one and this one also. Here this one also and this one also. So these are our carbons, right? Now we want to mention hydrogen also. So how we will be mentioning hydrogen? By counting already formed bond of carbon and adding the hydrogens for the remaining bonds. Fine, we will do this. So for this carbon, what I am going to do, here is already one bond with Cl and one with C, means 2 are remaining for hydrogen. So hydrogens will be there. Similarly, in this carbon, 2 bonds have been formed and 2 hydrogens should come to make it 4 valency. For this carbon, same thing, 2 bonds have been formed and 2 hydrogen will be there. In this carbon also 2 bonds are there and 2 hydrogens will be there. In this carbon, what the thing is this bond has been formed, this bond has been formed, this has been formed. How many hydrogens should come here? Only one to complete its 4 valency, right? Now let's see this carbon. In this carbon, this bond has been formed, this bond has been formed and this bond has been formed, right? So how many hydrogen should come here? Only one hydrogen to complete it 4. Fine. If we look at this carbon, there is only one bond of this carbon, so it needs 3 hydrogen. Similar case is with this carbon. I will just add on. Okay, so these are 3 hydrogen. Now let's come on this carbon. So in this carbon, 2 bonds have been formed and 2 hydrogen will come. Similarly in this case. Now for this carbon, this bond has been formed with fluorine, this bond has been formed with bromine, this bond has been formed with carbon. How many bonds are remaining? That is only one bond with hydrogen. So what structure I got from here? That is, for this carbon, that is CH2 and Cl was also there. So I am not going to write it this way. No, this is the wrong method. I will write just like this. I will make a bond and I will write CH2. Then I will write CH2. Then again CH2. Then I will reach on this one. So it is CH and it has a side chain, that is this. So I have made it like this. I will write CH means this one, and this has been connected with the 2 methyl groups, that is CH3 and CH3. Just here I have used the word methyl, which I will explain you in meanwhile, right? Now after moving forward, this is CH2, again this is CH2, here this one, and here it is F, Br and H, right? So I will write it as C, H, Br, F. So this will be my formula.
In crowded classes, these gaps go unnoticed. With one-to-one mentoring, chemistry becomes logical and real improvement begins.